Working good? Hello everyone, this is Julie from Connecting Japan, and if you've been on some of our social media, you will have seen that we have done a few attempts at making omurice, which is a Japanese omelette fusion with fried rice in it. And we're going to show you how to make it today. So on the table here we have all the ingredients that you need. So the first thing you're going to need is like two components, your fried rice and your omelette. So for the fried rice you're going to need some boneless thigh chicken pieces. We have about 4 pieces here, but probably more than you need. Some quick frozen vegetables, or as we used to call it Miami, the old QF. This one has carrot, peas and corns in it. We've got some ketchup, which you're going to need not only for the fried rice but for decoration on the omelette side of things. Some soy sauce and some extra virgin olive oil that we're going to use for frying up the onion as well, and the chicken. This other part here is the koshi hikari, which is premium short grain rice, and we're going to show you how to make that a little bit later as well. And of course for your omelette, some milk. We have lactose free because we've got a few members in the house that have an issue with milk, some cheese and some eggs. So how to make the short grain rice. You're going to need a pot for this, obviously, because we're making it the old-fashioned way because we don't have a rice cooker. You're going to need about a cup of rice, and that'll do about 2 servings per person. And you'll need 1.5 cups of water. Put those both together in the saucepan and bring to the boil. Then reduce the heat and simmer it for 15 minutes and then leave it to cool for 5 minutes. So it will have that nice, good consistency to it and should plump well. Now, this rice is also perfect for using sushi, and you can get this in most shopping centres. And there's some fantastic recipes on the back. Okay. So, I'm going to start cooking these things and we'll start showing you the fried rice side of things in a minute. Hi guys, and we're getting ready to start the fried rice. So I've got the short grain rice on the boil right now. So what we need to do is cut up a few ingredients. The skinless, boneless thigh chicken has to be done in about 1 centimetre bits, or 1.3 if you want to be exact. And we also have to dice up half an onion. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Omurice is traditionally a children's dish, but it's a very popular snack in Japan, and made it a few times now. Not nearly as good as some people, but seems to be going pretty well. So
ooh, food.
So there's my assistant.
I assist in the eating.
And he is going to cut up, he is going to finally dice up the onion.
I am.
You are. So here you go.
I don't want to cry.
So there you go, there's the chicken ready to go. So I'm going to put on that. So we've chosen extra virgin olive oil, but you can choose whatever oil you like.
Sorry about this. I didn't know I was going to cry. I don't want to cry on TV, but going to get to use my nice knife, so that's good. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just floating along.
Okay.
Do we know what we're doing?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Just going to have half an onion, and we're going to finally dice that up.
I only want half an onion.
Only half. Only
Okay.
half.
Okay then. Wow. Get rid of all the skin off the onion. Yeah. One half an onion. That one. She's looking very studious now. I'm putting the glasses on.
Okay, so we're going to put the onion on first to saute that lightly, and once onion is pretty much clear, then we'll add in the chicken, and once that's browned, we'll stick in the quick frozen veggies, and hopefully the rice will be ready by then.
And I'm actually using a Japanese style knife too.
There you go.
We got a couple of these through a promotion thingy, and they're actually a very nice knife. They have, in the blade, they actually have little gappings in the blade that stop the food from sticking so much when you're cutting, which actually is quite nice.
Yeah. Fun fact, Japanese knives are one of the only things that they can transport anywhere. It is prohibited to take Japanese swords out of the country. If you didn't know that one.
And if you want to know why Japanese knives, like true Japanese knives, are really top-notch quality, is because when sword makers stopped being able to be sword makers, they started making knives. So they were making high-quality swords, and they started making knives, and that's why Japanese knives are, for one, very good quality, very sharp, and people like to get their hands on them. This is a Japanese style knife. I wouldn't say this is actually a Japanese exact knife, but it's in the styling of their knives, so it's very, very well made.
It's quite precise. Okay.
It's very sharp.
So the frying pan should be heated up enough now, so you just whack that in, and
I shall do that. Oh, I didn't cry, but I'm nearly there. I'm nearly crying.
There you go.
Oh, man, well, that's a good onion. I will say that's a good onion. But I only had to do half of it.
So why do we do the fried rice first? Obviously because of the time it takes to prep. But ideally when we put this on the plate, there are specific molds you can get for the fried rice to give it that oval shape that you see so much in anime. But we don't actually have anything like that, and then once we make the omelette, that will go on the top, and then you split open the omelette to give it that fluffy effect that's so well known. So we'll get back to you in a minute with some progress on how our cooking goes.
Somebody said
So we've added in half a cup of quick frozen vegetables in here now, and I'll just show you the rice. It's it's got to stand for another few minutes, but that's what you're looking at. So that's the consistency that you want. So we've added in a little bit of salt and pepper as well. And while we're doing this, we're going to get ready to do the omelette. Now, there's two schools of thought about what type or how many eggs you use in the omelette, whether it's just one or two. I have it on good authority from Japanese people themselves that it's better to have it to be a 2-egg omelette. So that's exactly what we're going with. So we will be back in a minute to do the rest. Okay guys, we've put in the rice. So we've almost come to the end of the fried rice now. So all that remains, and there you go, that's just that sitting there. So it's nice and clumpy. It's just how you want it to be. So what we've got to put in next is a tablespoon of ketchup and a teaspoon of soy sauce. So put the soy sauce in first. Just chuck that in. Soy sauce in there, like so. Just put a little bit of that in. And ketchup. Now when it comes to the decorating, because ketchup's so thick, you're probably going to have to use some kind of piping bag for this. So, like so. And stir thoroughly. So there you go. Oh, smell that. Smells good already. Now, this can make 2 servings, but like if you don't want as much fried rice and you're more of an egg person, then and there you go. There goes the final product. Okay guys, we're at the final part now of the fried rice. Now, like I said, we don't have a mould for this, so we're going to have to do this another way. So here's our fried rice that's left over. So just need to put it in some kind of mould, so it's sort of an ovally shape. So that's probably the closest I've got to that shape there. So that's about the size you want, because so I've tried to do it just like it looks in the book. So as you can see, you've got plenty of that left over. Obviously, if you've got some leftover fried rice, then you're good to go. So we're just going to leave that cool for a minute because it's quite hot. And here's our ketchup for our decoration when the time comes. So for those who've never made omelette before, if it's 1 egg, it's 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of milk. Now some people don't like milk, so you obviously can use more egg as you like. And virgin olive oil. I've used cooking spray because I'm using what's recommended as a Teflon plate for this, pan for this, sorry. And we're also going to do one more thing, the cheddar cheese. So there you go, some cheddar cheese. It says 6 tablespoons, but again, you can do that as much as you like because not everybody's big on cheese. Or you can change the cheddar cheese out for something else. So, the trick to a good omelette is allowing the bottom to settle first and then flipping it over. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the omelette on the top of the rice, and then we're going to split it open, and hopefully everything will go to plan.
And I'm coming along just in time because I can smell something good.
Yep. So there you go. So that's the sort of shape the fried rice needs to be.
Allow me to show you to closer inspection.
Yeah. Now, if you can get the moulds,
yes,
you
can
can
get the mould
probably
to
get
shape
them
it
from
nicely.
Daiso and places like that, or from a reputable Japanese shop. I'm just going to use, don't know how good this cheese is because...
You're alright, just grate it up.
Alright, so we're just waiting for the pan to be ready, and it looks like it's just about ready. And this is the bit that I always have been nervous with, so I'm going to stick in the... let's see, not quite ready yet. I have one it to be.
Yeah, no, that should be good.
So I'm going to bring it.
This was actually a good pan that we picked up. It's it's a non-stick, but it's a very thick, heavy base, so it holds the heat really well. Yeah. It's been very good to us for making things like omelettes and fried eggs and stuff like that. You heat it, and once it's heated, you turn the heat right down, and it just keeps going. This is. I'm so hungry. I could eat this right now, but I won't because I'll wait for the omelette because that's what you're meant to do. I'll get the sauce. That's the only problem with these squeeze bottles. You've got to have them the right way around.
So we've got. Now, if you've got metal pipe nozzles at home, you can use grease-proof or baking paper sort of to make it. But we have some set ones here, so that's our one here. And obviously, the finer the nozzle, the better. So I've just got to look for the thinnest nozzle I can to make.
I don't think we've got a real super fine one, unfortunately. Of those.
But here we go. That'll do. So just going to put that in there. And if you've seen enough anime, you know that usually the waiter or waitress will ask, "What would you like?" written on top of your omurice. And usually could be anything.
How much they write on one of those things is beyond belief sometimes. And you go, "There's no way you could write that much on there."
Okay, so that's starting to form up now.
Yeah.
So just going to wait for it to settle in, and we'll show you what the omelette looks like in a minute. So we're actually putting some cheese in. Obviously you need to put it before it's a bit more set than this, but yeah.
It cooked a little bit quicker than I expected. But one side, so we've got cheese on one side, so it'll go...
Yeah, so it'll spread evenly. But you can always put cheese on top if that's your jam. So we'll consume the rest of this cheese.
And what I find, I know it might be a cheat, maybe other people do this already, I don't know, but I find if I put this over the top of it, just gently sit the lid in there, it keeps the steam in and it actually helps set the top quicker than if you just left it open. I don't know, for me it works, for some people it might not, but that's the way I find it does a good job. And I think it's just about ready to have the magic happen. Where's the magic happener? Ah, the magic happener is not here. Where is the flip?
All right, so we're gonna get to the part where we're gonna start applying this, flipping it, and getting ready to decorate.
All right. Do you want me to flip it in the pan first?
Yeah, we'll flip it first.
All right. We'll flip
So
the
we just
pan.
do a gentle flip of this, and then we're gonna take it over to the.
Oh, look at that! Look, it's rolling around in here, not so nicely. And no, I'm not going to try and be fancy and do the flip the fry pan.
Oh, look at that! That's
that
beautiful.
is a very nice looking omelette.
All right. Okay.
My compliments to the chef. My compliments to the chef.
All right. Okay. All right.
And look, there's
what's
plenty
left.
there. Plenty there.
All right. Okay, we're going to take it over to the side now, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to get ready to decorate in a minute. There you go. So obviously we have to put it over the top of the fried rice, the fried rice portion for it to be omurice.
Don't put the fry pan on the laminated bench top, otherwise you'll make people upset.
Okay, da-da! Because this is a nice thick. Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Now, when you see them done in, well, anime and in TV shows, it'll often be fully wrapped around, and they have their techniques that they use.
Yeah. So they actually split open the inside of this, so I don't know whether we can do this.
No. That's the different style one. There's a different style where I don't know how they do this one, but they actually put a omelette that has stuff inside it already. They put that on top, the rice, and then they split it. It folds open, and the sauce inside then runs out over the top of it. Okay. So it's pretty amazing looking. I'd never seen it before. I don't know what she's going to write.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh yeah.
That's why a squeezy bottle is better. But hey, there we go.
Ta-da! CJ for Connecting Japan, and thank you so much for watching our food video.
Look at that. Now, grab me a nice sharp knife. Grab me one of the Japanese style ones. Just to give you an idea, I mean, this isn't what you would normally do, but you cut through, open it up, and then as you can see, you've got all the rice and the vegetables and the chicken all inside, the omelette over the top, and well, I'm gonna eat this. I might have to fight Julie for it. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, guys, and we're going to put the recipe down in the comments below. So let us know what you think of the omurice. And we're not sure if we're going to do any more for the rest of this year, but from all of us here at Connecting Japan, ciao today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.